This computer. All right, welcome to another episode of the Stickbow Country Podcast. Shout out to the supporters, Sock Trail Archery, Abe Boyer Broadheads, True North Arrows, Stickbow Country, Custom Arrows, and Selkirk North Trading Company. And tonight we're going to add Laurel Mountain Outfitters because that's our guest tonight, Ryan Jobe. Before we get rolling, though, I want to just give a shout out to Ryan? No, Ron from Trad Hunters Magazine. Him and I have talked quite a bit or messaged quite a bit. And since now we're on YouTube, I can show this. Got my first issue of the Trad Hunters Magazine literally like an hour ago. So super jacked about that. It's super cool. I haven't even literally read it, but I looked at it and so for those of you that are in the trad world, look up Trad Hunters Magazine, Volume 1. It just got released. It's just, I don't know. I'm a sucker for magazines, but how about you, Ryan?
Yeah, same here. I'm actually excited. I just got my shipping notification
Oh,
for
good.
his magazine yesterday. I'm impatiently waiting for it. And it
Yeah.
reminds me, I owe him some pictures and a description. I'm going to put my arrow holders in the magazine for the next issue for an ad
Yeah.
in it. So I owe him some work.
Yeah.
So,
No, well, that's good. Well, yeah,
that's some good stuff. I'm excited to see that come out. He's been
yeah,
working hard on that. I know that for sure.
yeah. It's really, really well done. And but yeah, Ryan is from Laurel Mountain Outfitters, and you're what? You're from Ohio, right?
Nope, southwestern Pennsylvania. Almost.
Okay, I was in that neighborhood sort of.
Yeah, a couple hours.
And Ryan and I, well, I haven't been building many arrows lately, but he's awesome with giving me knocks and feathers and stuff. And I need to talk to you because I was talking to Mike Roberts, Sock Trail Archery, yesterday, yeah, I think it was yesterday, and I realized building wood arrows is a very, 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 very small market. Okay. And I had just like hanging out at the Compton Rendezvous. I'm talking to all these guys. I'm like, you know what I need to do? I need to expand. I need to expand to carbon and aluminum. So you're going to be my supplier if, for that stuff. So
Sounds good.
I just, like I told Mike Roberts, the traditional archery world is like a sliver. And now I'm taking like a tiny sliver of a sliver,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, you're not going to do this to get rich. I can tell you that.
That is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
it's you do because you enjoy it and you enjoy the community you're
Yeah.
you're you're within.
Yeah.
That's for
But
sure.
and I said to Mike Roberts, I'm like, man, I don't have to dip an arrow 57 times with clear coats. I just do the crown and some cresting. And I mean, obviously you could do it however fancy you want. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to look into that. But I just don't really know much. I mean, I do, but the glues and how that's all changed and all that. So,
Yeah. What were you shooting? You shot compound for
yeah,
years. What were you shooting back in those days?
I was shooting FMJs.
Yeah. Were you building your own arrows or you just buying pre-made
I
ones?
was buying them.
Yeah. So it's not much more difficult or
And do
different really.
most guys that shoot carbon and aluminum, are they still in that 4-inch range or
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most common
yeah,
fletch that I build and sell or the 4 inch
yeah.
by far. Yeah.
And is it mostly 4 or 500?
Um, a lot of 340s actually go out.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
like 340s and then 500s. I'd say like rank one and two in popularity.
Okay.
So,
So would 500s be number one?
um, yeah, I'd say. I mean, they're kind of neck and neck.
Yeah, okay.
Um, I think those guys are getting them 340s. They're shooting them real heavy broadheads out front, and they need a stiffer spine to handle
Yeah.
that. It's for
Okay.
the hunting weight bows.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to getting into that. But no, it's good to have you on here and
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate
yeah.
it.
And have I had you on before? Have I?
No, this is it. This
That's what
is
my
the
wife.
inaugural Laurel Mountain debut on Stick Bow
Yeah.
Country.
Well, she said, "Have you had him on before?" I don't think I have. And what the heck?
We
But
talked on the phone for quite a bit,
yeah,
for a long
yeah,
conversation, but never never recorded for everybody else to
yeah.
mock us.
Well, how's business these days?
Good. Business
Yeah.
is good. The quivers are kind of taking off and gaining popularity, and they're keeping me busy. And then
Okay.
I don't advertise. I did just mention I'm going to put an ad in Trad Hunters magazine for next go around. But I really don't advertise. I don't push it a whole lot
Mm-hmm.
because it's keeping me at the pace I can handle. I mean, it is growing. Just got on word of mouth, and I can handle that pace because I am all by myself. I don't have any employees, or I do everything in house. And
Wow.
Laurel Mountain Outfitters is not my day job. So
Yeah.
I work at a power plant full time. So Laurel Mountain Outfitters is my little side gig,
Yeah.
my outlet to pay for my hobbies. I guess you can
Well,
say.
well, I tell you what, Ryan, your service for being a side gig is unbelievable. I mean,
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not cut from the Amazon cloth, if you will. I don't, but you do a really, really good job. And if you don't have something, you communicate it, and that's to me, that's all you can ask for.
Yep.
And
That's I think a little bit of OCD in me, I guess, because my Shopify app, on my phone, it has a little red number next to it. If I have orders that need to go out or address, it's like I got to get that red dot away. I don't like looking at that. So, uh,
oh, that's so good. Well, you why don't we spend a few minutes talking about your business, your second job, if you will. What drew you into starting Laurel Mountain Outfitters?
um, I kind of just wanted something on my own. So, really, honestly, I started this. I filed for my LLC while my wife and her friends are away on a little, girls trip out, and they're all business owners. I'm like,
Okay.
damn, I want to have something of my own too. So it was just kind of on a whim, just created the name. I wanted something like name recognition for the area. So I'm in southwestern Pennsylvania. So Laurel Mountain is the closest mountain chain right next to me. Uh, so that's why I picked that name.
Yeah.
And you know, when I started Laurel Mountain, I didn't have intentions to be primarily traditional archery. It was supposed to be uh, archery, fly fishing, camping, like all inclusive.
Oh.
And yeah, and then I just like since I wasn't relying on it for a revenue stream, I kind of
Hmm.
let it take the way it naturally went, and it didn't take long for it to steer itself into the traditional archery world,
Huh.
and then and I also always knew I wanted to like make and create something of my own, and then so it wasn't maybe 6 months into starting Laurel Mountains when I started tinkering with making a quiver and stuff like that. And it's just been, one thing after the next. And now here we are.
Man, that's wild.
So we're going into, I think, my third year this fall. So
Okay.
3 years coming, almost 3 years into it. So
And it keeps you fairly busy, I would imagine.
that it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Hmm. Well, I think I said this repeatedly at Compton over the weekend. I'm like, I'd rather support regular dudes, if you will, than the Amazons or I'm not saying I don't use Amazon, but
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I get that. I mean, that is just a way of life now.
yeah.
I mean, that's where I get all my filaments for my 3D printing material. There's no place around me that carries that kind of stuff, so I have to order it.
Uh,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
like it it is just the way it is. Now I do like to shift my store, shift Laurel Mountain into supporting as much as we can for the local guys like you're mentioning.
Yeah.
So if you'll see, like I have a lot of stuff that's made here, made by everybody we know in our own community. I have the steamboat sharpeners, I have the omnivore tabs, I have Ace tabs. Our buddy Andy up the road. I try to keep everybody local as much as I possibly can and still have a
Yeah.
functioning store. You know,
No, that's a good thing. I mean, it's
you know,
just
and
especially in the
Ned's,
trad world.
yep, Ned's king feathers. Those have been extremely popular.
Man, I find them things to be fantastic.
Yeah, I love them. Those are all I use anymore.
You know. Um, yeah, no, it's good. It's yeah, I wish you were at Compton, but you were at Kalamazoo and I never even came and said hello at
Yeah,
Kalamazoo.
I'm a little, little peeved at you.
I think I walked by a time or two and there were people, but I'm like, I could have just stopped and said, hey, but
Yeah, butt in.
yeah, I
Gotta
should
stop
have.
in and say hi. Now, the Kalamazoo, that was my first actual show. Um, I had a booth all on my own. My wife was there helping me, but that was a ton of fun.
Yeah,
I told Dave, I was like, "Well, just sign me up. I'm coming next year, just so you know."
yeah.
Yeah, it was a
That's
great time. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect as far as business wise, and just how to be in the back of the booth, running a booth like that. But we had a blast. It
did
was
you?
just telling stories, talking customers, talking to vendors, and just meeting people. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
Laughing, my
Yeah.
cheeks hurt from smiling and laughing so damn much.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good. Did you are you going to ETAR this year? Are you gonna have a booth?
I don't. I'm gonna go to ETAR. I mean, I go to ETAR every year. I don't have a booth. I was on the waiting list, so I'm waiting for someone to drop out. Um, but it's getting a little late for that for someone to drop out, and then but I'm still on the waiting list to get a booth. So if someone does drop out in the next month, I might be have my own booth. Um,
Yeah.
Last year at ETAR, Justin Reese from Steamboat, they had a couple of my quivers on there. They had some real estate on a table they needed to fill, so they asked me to put some quivers out for them. So I might do that again if they have the room. If they're
Yeah.
you know I appreciate that. That's pretty gracious of them. But uh,
Yeah.
if they don't have the room, then that's just more time on the course for me.
Hey.
It's a
I'll tell you.
win-win either way. You know what I mean?
I tell you what, I shot at Compton's this weekend, dude. It was short of so ugly.
Yeah.
It was like what? Well, okay. We all have excuses, right? I mean, you got to have an excuse. Well, I was shooting a new bow to me. I got a new Highline from Sauk Trail, and I got a 58-inch Kinsman Sauk Trail that I really like, but I really wanted something a little longer because the Kinsman is the one I have is 58. And I thought, I don't know. I think I shoot longer bows better. So Mike said, "Well, here, take this Highline. It's a 62. I bet you the first 4 or 5 easy targets I didn't even hit. I was short, short, short. And you would think at some point I'd figure that out and really raise it. And dude, I don't know what it was. I was plucking. Was doing everything wrong.
Oh
But
yeah. I
it's
get into the mindset where I'm more interested in the conversation that's happening
yeah,
around me than I am in the target that I'm trying to shoot.
right.
Uh, yeah, I know. If you listen to Broken Arrow,
Oh yeah,
they love to resurrect the shit show on the mountain course I did a couple years ago when I came back with 0 arrows. Actually, I found an arrow. I broke everything I had or lost it. I was even borrowing arrows from Foster, Foster
yeah.
custom arrows. Some and he started skipping targets because he didn't want to ask for his arrow back. Like, Foster, these are your arrows. Just take it back. Ended up finding an oddball aluminum, and that was my what I came off the course with. Yeah, but they love to bring that back up every so
Oh
often.
yeah. No, I saw oh come on. Why am I drawing a blank? Not
Schaefer.
Chris. Who?
Schaefer. Call
Schaefer. Yeah, I
him.
saw Schaefer. He walked by the Sock Trail booth. I was sitting there hanging out, and we said hello. And I said, "Hey, where's Chris?" And he's like, "Oh, he's not here." I'm like, "Ah, tell him he's a bum." And
Yeah.
we had a good laugh. And but oh man, it's so much fun to do. Shoot with buddies, and I was shooting with
Yeah.
4 or 5 guys or a few guys I'd never met before till then, and we're just all cutting up and um, yeah.
Yeah. If you
So
can't have a good time and laugh and giggle at your mistakes on the course, then I think you're in the wrong sport.
yeah, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now, how long have you been in the trad world, like in terms of hunting and stuff?
I think about 10 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a couple years where I was a couple there was so I put the compound down. I hunted a year or two with the recurve, and then I came unglued and I couldn't hit the broad 7 barms. I probably shouldn't even take this thing out in the woods. So I took my compound out for another year, and I said I don't want to do this anymore. I shot a doe, and it was just like a chip shot. I'm like, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah,
And so that following, spring and summer, I really put the effort into getting an actual shot sequence down and trying to correct my form and all that nonsense.
yeah,
And I've been strictly traditional hunting around here for deer for since then. And then there was a couple years going out west for elk. I would take the compound and the
yeah,
stick bow. Like the days I was the caller,
yeah.
I would take my trad bow. And the days I was the shooter, I didn't want to give up that opportunity at 50 yards. I'd take my compound but I tell you, every elk we've ever had in range is or called in has been 40 yards or less.
Oh,
So this is dumb.
yeah.
And actually, I just gave away my compound.
Did
Friends
you?
of ours, they wanted to get their son a bow for Christmas, so I said I got one for you.
Nice.
So I don't even have anything with wheels anymore.
What bow was it?
That was an Elite Energy 32.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it was a nice bow. I really liked it. It
Yeah,
was smooth. This neat little bow, but it's just one of those things that just didn't click with me anymore.
yeah,
I think a lot of guys in our shoes that kind of happens. It's a very similar story for many people that go from compounds to trad bows.
yeah. It's
Just kind of loses its fun.
Yeah, and I was just telling somebody over the weekend, when I think it's Garmin came out with that site that you could,
Oh yeah, yeah. The range finding site and
I'm just like, I just, I don't know. I think I was the same boat. I'm just like, I don't know. Just, it's just, well, I guess maybe some of it for me is I'm getting older. I'm 57. So I think sometimes getting simpler is better as you get older and you don't have all these gadgets and, you got a stick and string and a tab and so um yeah, I've only been doing it 4 years, but I think it's the best hobby out there myself. But um so what are you shooting these days? I know you're the Ruza Custom Bows guy,
yep,
right?
yep. So I have two of his. I have his Wabash longbow, and I have his Scioto recurve. That's going to be my go-to for deer season for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah,
Um, on the wall, on the rack, you always have to have a rack of bows, right?
right.
I have a Tolkien Chinook, which I really
Oh
love.
yeah.
That's a nice bow. I have a couple old bears. My oldest son's shooting a bear grizzly, one of the 90th anniversary ones.
Yeah.
I have a bear takedown and with the camo riser, and I have a old K mag. What else I have? But this year it's going to be this the Ruzo Soto for deer around here. It's 44 pounds, I think. And then for out west for elk, I'm probably going to take his Wabash and then my bear takedown. They have a little more oomph behind them. So,
Okay. Well, I had never I like bears. You could see I got some grizzlies and
oh yeah,
uh I got and I just like them. And I seen what's the guy, the historian bear guy, Gene is it Hodkins? Come on. Yeah, I think it's Gene Hodkins or Hopkins.
Oh yeah, he's the one that published the book this year.
No, that was maybe it was. I don't know. But anyhow, I ran into him at Compton. And he's got all the historical stuff at Compton, the displays, and uh so we were just talking, and I said, I've never shot a bear takedown. And got the K mags and the Kodiak hunters and blah blah blah. He goes, "Come here, follow me." I mean, I just met this guy.
Yeah,
So we walk and we walk, we walk, get to his truck. He gets out a sock and he slides out his bear takedown and strings it up and hands me some aluminum. He says, "Go shoot it. Go shoot one of the courses." Like, wow, this is really cool. I'll tell you what I really liked about it was that grip. To me, that grip was, and I'm not like Johnny Pro by any means, but it just, you just know, right? It just feels good.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I didn't shoot it very well, but um, no, that's on my to-do list. I really want to get a bear takedown. So of course I had to go talk to Neil Bice in the bear, the vendor tent. And yeah, I'm like, man, that takedown's really cool. But what was really neat about talking to Neil was a guy came with two young boys, and he had like a little case. And so, oh, what you got in there? Well, he had a 1969 or 70 bear takedown riser, and it was signed by Gene Mock, who was, I think, his salesman for a long time. And
right.
it was so cool to see Neil just drooling on that thing, and he
Oh
started
yeah,
picking it apart, and he was very impressed by the condition, and the guy said he's going to take it hunting this year.
yeah.
So I thought that was cool,
I mean, as long as it's straight and no cracks in it. I mean, I
right?
killed my first traditional deer with a doe, with I think it was a 1972 or 73 bear grizzly.
Mm.
It had the brown glass
Oh
and
yeah.
like a two-tone brown riser. I don't remember the type of woods that was in it, but like it's two different color brown,
Hmm.
and then it has like a vertical stripe in it. I forget what it is. But yeah, 1970, early 70s, 72 or 73, 45 pound.
That's I love that. And I
Yeah.
got one of these Grizzlies is a 68. I think it's this one. And I wanted to get one the year I was born. And
Yep.
I haven't taken it in the deer woods, but that's something I want to do. I want to kill a deer with a 68 Grizzly. I shoot those. I like those Grizzlies. I like the way they
Yeah.
shoot.
My
And
son's he's his grizzly. It's 40 pound. But
okay.
man, it just shoots good. It's just like that. It's just the geometry on it's just
Yeah.
perfect. You
Yeah.
know. It is hard just not to like bears, just with the history of everything and
Yeah.
nostalgia behind it. It's hard not to fall into that love for old bears.
No. But like you said, you went to Kalamazoo this past, whatever that is, January. That's the problem almost going to those events is there's just all these cool bows. I mean,
Oh yeah,
I had South Cox on a few weeks ago, and I'm like, man, I've never even owned one of his. I'd love to own one of his. Um, do you know the guys? Do you know the Evans boys at all? From Shane Evans from Ben Leo Bows.
no, I don't.
Okay,
I don't know
well,
them.
we met him over the weekend. Good old Kentucky boy, and
Yeah.
he just has, I think, two or three models. He's got a recurve called the Skunk Pig, which I thought
You
was
know, I know
hilarious.
that bow.
Really?
I know the name of that bow. I might not know the boyer, but I know the bow.
Yeah. And then his longbow is the trauma, and yeah, it makes just good bows. And so yeah, look up Ben Leo Bows. It's just a good guy, Shane Evans from Kentucky, and um, yeah, there's just so many good bowyers out there.
Yeah, and that's the problem is you start going to these shows and you meet them, and they're all cool dudes. They're all great
Right?
people, and you want to support them.
Hmm.
And before you know it, you have 10 grand in bows on the wall that you can only shoot one at a time.
Right, right. That is so true, though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's why I tried to sell the this Kodiak Hunter. I tried to sell that at Kalamazoo this past year because I just don't shoot it. It just doesn't. When I first got into trad world, I'm like bear, okay, buy it, right?
right.
And I'm just not a big fan of the Kodiak Hunter. I mean, it's okay, um, but yeah, nobody bought it off the that whatever.
Session for the
Yeah, I did sell a nice old K-Mag there, like an early. I think that was an early 70s. The green
Mhm.
one. And yeah, I did sell that. So yeah, I still would like to get rid of the Kodiak Hunter, but I'm not going to get rid of my Grizzlies. I just like Grizzlies. And
right.
well, the K-Mags are great too, as short as they are. I mean, they're just little shooters.
They are. They're zippy. I have one. I have one of them early 70s, like you mentioned, with the green glass or the green glass, green maple with a blue
Yeah.
accent stripe in it. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
All
They're
right.
cool
Now,
as shit.
how many bows do you have on order right now?
None.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah,
Look at you. That's impressive. That's
it is. Well, that's what I said. I made my conversations quick with all the boyers at Kalamazoo. It's like I look at their bow and I put it down. I said, I'm not going to shoot this because I know what's going to happen. If I shoot it,
I know.
I kept the conversations away from their bows.
Yeah, no, that's
Uh,
that's wise. Um, so now all right, so you've been shooting trad for quite a while and you're in Pennsylvania. What's your hunting plans for the fall?
so we drew just a general over the counter tag in Montana. So we're going back to Montana. That'll be our second year out there. We
Okay.
missed last year. We were in Colorado last year. Um, so that starts September. So we'll be out there for about a week or 10 days in September, and then archery elk or archery deer rather starts here in I think the last weekend of September. It depends on where in the state you are in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Um, I won't start hunting until first weekend in October
Yeah.
out here. So I hunt um, fairly close to my house. I got a chunk of property that I've been hunting since I was a kid, about 10, 15 miles away. And my cabin, I have a cabin near Bedford, Pennsylvania. If you know where that's at, or anybody listening knows where that's at, South Central PA. Hit there on the weekends where I can, and I usually take a week or a good portion of a week off during the good part of the rut
Yeah.
for archery, and then back in there for rifle with the boys. So
Okay.
I got three boys, and they all hunt.
Yeah.
My oldest, I said he's shooting at bear grizzly 40 pounds, so he's been bow hunting for last year's the second year.
Okay.
So he's my tag along in the woods archery season. And my middle and my youngest, my middle he'll be 12 this year, so he could bow hunt. I don't think he's quite strong enough yet for pulling back a
Yeah.
40-pound bow, um, but he's the one with the rifle. He's the old dead eye with a rifle.
That's cool. How
So
old is he?
he's 12, and
Oh
my
man.
youngest will be 9. So
Okay.
I can get a junior tag for him, mentored youth tag. So
Yeah.
he's he went out with us once, twice last summer, last season, um, just tagging along, and yeah, he got cold, and he tried to limit that, limit the crying in the woods, So bring him in. but you can tell he's really chomping at the bit to get at it this year. He's out in the backyard with a BB gun every day and
Oh, cool.
asking when he can shoot his BB gun or shoot his bow. You see him run in, put his BB gun down, and the bow goes out in the backyard, and he shoots that for a little bit, and the bow goes back in the garage, and then the BB gun goes back out. So he's
That's fun, man.
yeah, it
That's
is. I just love watching
yeah.
that excitement that like that natural drive to want to pursue and hunt,
Yeah.
kind of develop on its own.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't ever try to, I don't force my kids into it. They see me
yeah.
doing all the time, and then they just, I obviously have the ability to take them, and that's easy for them. But and I never push them into it. If they get tired or cold and they want to go in, okay, we're gonna go in, camp and
Yeah.
watch cartoons, sit by the fire. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. No,
But
I think that's good.
yeah,
Forcing kids, that's not always
you're gonna force them right out if
yeah.
you try to force them on them. So just gotta give them every opportunity you can.
No, that's cool. Now what drew you to Montana for elk? Do you know somebody or
No, actually, we hunted Idaho for years.
oh, that's
Um,
right.
yeah, we really liked going to Idaho, and then the whole tag situation out there. Just when they moved the tags online, you had to like log in at December 1st, and it was chaos. You didn't know. They gave you a random number in a lottery, and you could be number five or number 50,000 in line.
Yeah.
So it was hard to get tags in Idaho. So we did get tags in different units for the 3 or 4 years um, after that. And we just one year we didn't get any tags in the unit we wanted. So like Montana was like next in the list as far as application dates. We drew a general unit tag in Montana a couple years ago. We didn't shoot anything, but we were into the elk. Um, okay, we'll just keep going back there. We like it. You know.
Yeah.
Then last year we didn't draw, so we went to Colorado, just an over-the-counter unit. Very, very busy unit. Like
Yeah.
you hear, we talk to a lot of the locals and stuff wherever we're at, and you hear, especially in Idaho, they all non-residents and all these Californians coming in and it making things difficult. It's like, well, yeah, I get the idea, but that unit we were in Colorado last year, like really solidified my. Okay, now that's what a busy unit looks like. You
Yeah.
guys over in other parts in Idaho, at least the areas we were hunting, yeah, you got to take a ride over Colorado and see what a busy unit really looks like. It
Mm.
was just chaos. But we did get in the elk. I mean, I had a bull at 40 yards. Um, and we called him in. He just needed a couple more steps. He was kind of quartering to me, and I needed to, 10 more yards before I felt comfortable, plus him to turn us a hair. But
Yeah.
we set up in a spot where it was just a little too open. He could see where they come in, they expect to see an elk standing there, especially in front
Right.
of him. He got to a spot where like there should be a bull right here, and he didn't see
Uh,
one, so he got a little freaked out and took off.
uh, yeah, I had a friend go rifle hunting in Colorado last year. Yeah, last year. And he told me a couple stories of he was in his spot or a spot, and this guy got in his face and's like, you're in my spot. My buddy was like, what? And this guy was adamant, like, you're in my spot, dude.
Yeah,
Like, and my buddy's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not. That just shocked me that somebody, well, I guess it shouldn't, but yeah,
yeah, that it's nothing to surprise you anymore out.
yeah,
But luckily we've had some busy units we hunted, and we've run into quite a few people out in the woods elk hunting. Never had a nasty encounter. Never had anybody get mad that we're in the same spot they are. And
okay,
usually you bullshit them for a few minutes and you get a game plan and okay, I'll go this way, you go that way, or hey, what are you
yeah,
seeing over here? And share some little intel or and part ways.
Yeah, you might as well work together a little bit. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you're both out there doing the same thing. You're
yeah,
enjoying this. You're out there because you enjoy the same things.
right.
I mean, so it's hard to get for me to get mad at somebody being in the same elk woods I am because well, they have
Yeah.
the same idea.
No, I hear you. I think yeah, no, that's true. They got just as much a right to be there as you and I do. And,
Yeah,
as the country just gets more and more people in it, it's just inevitable that places are going to get, a little busier than others and that. But yeah,
yeah.
no,
Now
it's
the last year was definitely an eye opener. It took us 2.5 hours just to find a spot to drop our trailer.
really,
That's how busy this area because you have these dirt roads and any place where you can pull off. We take a enclosed trailer um, with side by sides in that becomes our little mock camp
yeah,
there. And any place you could pull off the side of the road and put up a camper or a trailer or a tent, there's somebody already in it. It was insane.
uh,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
Oh, we still have fun. It's some of the
yeah,
most beautiful country I've ever been in.
yeah,
And at the end of the day, I always look back at that. It's like I'd never been in this part of Colorado, and boy, it's beautiful when I get it. So
yeah. It's a lot nicer than being at work, right? I mean,
absolutely.
you just so how many are going on with your group this year?
Four. We always take four.
Okay.
Um, we hunt in pairs, so we'll split up.
Oh,
It's kind
yeah.
of what we do. We maybe rarely do we ever like all four of us got in the same spot together.
Mm,
If
yeah.
we've done that, it's because we've someone's already shot one, and just kind of all hanging out,
Yeah.
or it's the last day of the hunt. We're just whatever, just go out there and have
Yeah.
some fun together. But we split up, cover more ground that way. And then the pairs you can do the caller shooter sequence a lot easier.
Yeah.
And,
Have you ever shot one with a stick bow?
not with a stick bow. I've killed one with a rifle. I've killed one with a compound. And then last couple years, I've taken a stick bow out. I've had elk, you know, almost in range.
Yeah.
Last year I had that one at 40 yards. Year before that, I had one at like 50. Um, yeah, but
Yeah.
nothing. The past couple years, I had my stick bow that I was in range.
Yeah. Well, that's not an easy thing to do, I'm sure. I mean,
No, not easy, but it's not terribly difficult. I guess you can say it all
yeah.
depends on your calling sequence and your setups. Like it's more about getting yourself in a position where they're going to be more comfortable to walk through,
Yeah.
come to you. Like I said, that spot last year, we had one coming in, and we should have stayed up the hill in a little more thicker cover because they're going to come
Yeah.
investigate. If they're going to come, they're going to investigate, and if they like a deer, they know exactly where that noise is coming from on a hillside
Right.
or a turkey, same thing.
Yeah.
But they're going to get to that spot like there should be an elk 50 yards away, and there's not. Where you at?
What's your comfortable range with a stick bow?
For deer, about 20. For elk, about 30, maybe
Yeah.
35. So
Okay.
just as that group expands a little bit, as the further you go
Yeah.
out.
So what do you shoot? Do you shoot carbons? You shoot aluminums or what?
I shoot a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Last year and all this summer, I've been shooting Safari Tough tie pans.
Oh yeah.
So the carbons are that's my first micro arrow I've ever shot, and I really like them.
Okay.
Tie pans, and I'm shooting the Cobras now. They're they are the new micro shaft they have. They're a little bit heavier.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm liking them.
Yeah. What's your broadhead go to? Are you like a lot of us where you shoot just about all kinds of different stuff or?
Yeah, like I said, it also depends on my arrow setup. So last year I was shooting 3 blade VPAs. Um, when I was shooting woodies, I'm using Ace glue ons,
Yeah.
and then year before that I was using Magnus screw ons.
Yeah.
Just kind
Yeah.
of bounce around a little bit here and there, try some things out.
Yeah, well, it was nice at Compton. A shout out to A. Boyer. Those guys got to talk to Mike and Tyler and got some fresh 160 grain right right bevel. So I'll be using those for bear in a couple months here. So yeah, I really like those heads. They're just well-made heads. But like you said earlier, there's like in the Boyer world, just like in the broadhead world, there's all kinds of good ones.
Oh, exactly. I mean,
You know? But
in they all have their little spot in the market too.
mhm.
Like the you can get the cheap ones if you're willing to put the labor in to put an edge on them. Like
Yeah,
cheapest, like Ace are pretty cheap and Zwicky's are
yeah.
pretty cheap, but if you put some time into them, you can make them super super sharp. Or if you want to pony up a pretty penny and buy an iron will that comes surgical sharp out of the box, there's a broadhead for everybody, just like there's a bow for everybody, just like there's a
Yeah,
clipper for everybody. Yeah,
no, it's true. I find ace, I can get those sharp pretty easy, and I'm not a very
yeah.
good
Same here.
sharpener.
Same here. Actually, I was contemplating maybe even using Ace two blades with the adapter, like loom into the adapter and using that as a screw on.
Oh yeah,
Just because I can get those things so just
yeah,
popping sharp so easily.
yeah.
Uh,
What's your sharpening? What do you use?
um, so I got just a cheap like drag through sharpener. It's got the carbide teeth on.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the middle of making one too.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully to have that out before season. Um, like a sharpener, broadhead wrench, and like a little grain scale thing all in one.
Oh, look at
So
you.
I get that just to get a working edge, and then I'd use my steamboat sticks,
Yeah.
and then
Those, I tell you what, I shout out to Jesse, Steamboat Super Sharpeners. My wife had a knife in the kitchen a month or two ago, and it's never been sharpened. It's probably been in the kitchen for whatever, forever. And I said, "Oh, So I grabbed the sticks and I handed it back to her. She was like, "Wow!" And I didn't spend a lot of time on it, and
yep,
it's just a good sharpening system. And like a lot of things, if you find what you're good at least for me, I'm going to stay in that lane. That's what I'm going to use.
yeah, exactly, yep.
Yeah.
That's I did the same thing too. I bought one, and then to try them out, see if I liked them first, and I sharpened some broadheads, and I'm like, oh wow, this is great. Then I took it right
Yeah.
from the kitchen. And I sharpened all of our kitchen knives because they haven't been sharpened since.
Yeah.
Well, we're pushing 19 years married this summer, so we got them as a kitchen, as a knife set when we got married as a bridal gift.
Yeah.
So they haven't been sharpened in 19 years. Yeah, I brought some life back into them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
They just work well.
yeah, and then and then get back to broads, and I'll finish them off with a leather strop.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that really takes it just over the edge.
Yeah. I gotta, what's the, was it the Ranch Fairy guy?
The super heavy broadhead guy,
Yeah.
super super heavy like weight forward FOC.
Yeah. Ranch Fairy. He, I think I got my leather strop from him. It's about 17 feet long. I mean, you could drag a truck across it. It's so big, but
Yeah,
I think that's where I got it from. Or did I? I don't know. But yeah, the sticks with the leather thing, boom, man, you're good to go. But hey, I'm all over the place here, but have you been bear hunting before?
not archery. So rifle season. So in Pennsylvania, we have a bear season, bear rifle. Well, we have bear archery and bear rifle. Um, Bear rifle here in Pennsylvania is the week before Thanksgiving. So we'll go up north and we'll do a lot of drives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's more of a social hunt than it is a
Yeah.
because you need to have a big crew of guys to be effective when pushing these laurel thickets and everything.
Oh, okay.
So, but no, I really want to go up north, uh, in Canada, like hearing all these, especially this year. This year's been
Yeah.
a great year for bear up north.
Yeah.
Um, it's yeah, bear up north and pigs down south are rapidly uh, getting on my radar as a
Yeah. No,
as
it,
a to do item.
I'm going to go up this fall with Mike Roberts, and I went to his place last fall, and I don't know. I like it because it's just so lazy. I'll admit it. It's just,
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I know exactly what you mean because I do my Western elk hunt where you hunt hard for the entire time you're out there, and it's a type two type fun. You kind
yeah,
of suffer, but then you look back and how much fun you had. But then like my deer hunting back my cabin, like rifle season back in my cabin.
yeah.
I've been hunting these woods since I've been 12. Like
Oh man.
you know the escape corridors. You just plop down and you just wait,
Oh,
and something's gonna come through.
yeah. I love that. I
Yeah,
love it.
it is a ton of fun.
Yeah,
Um, especially like we I'm a I always like to say I'm a hunter first, then a bow hunter. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah,
have tags I want to film because we want to eat the meat.
yeah,
Because you have some guys that say, "Oh no, I wouldn't. I'm a bow hunter only," or whatever their stick is.
yeah.
But
Well,
each their own. But I always, I have tags I want to have filled.
yeah. Well,
So
have you ever had bear meat before, Ryan?
I have, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Hey, it's it's good, but I'm hoping next spring to start an annual stick bow country bear hunt. So um, I'm hoping to make that happen starting next year. Um, so I just would love to get, yeah, people like yourself, guests I've had on, and yeah, take whatever, however many,
Yeah,
half a dozen guys every spring up there and run around and chase bears and sit around
yeah,
a campfire at night and
yeah. Do you have an outfitter lined up
yeah, I've
that's
been
willing to commit to a
yeah,
weekend or a week for that? Yeah.
yeah. So I'm excited about that. And I would say it's a 90% go at this point.
Ooh.
Um, I don't know. I just think it'd be fun just to have, okay, whatever, last week of May, whatever it is,
Yeah.
Stickle Country bear hunt in Ontario. And
Yeah, no, Black Widow does something similar. They have
yeah,
an ongoing bear hunt, and
yeah,
it's kind of reminiscent of like the PBS hunts down wherever. Like you always have those PBS
yeah,
big hunts down. Like it is nice having like a thing like to look forward to,
yeah,
enjoy, and that'd be
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, actually sounds like a lot of fun.
I don't know. I think it'd be fun to have like a little contest in with it. All right, first bear on the ground gets a hoodie, or first, like Black Widow does, you get the heaviest bear, I think you get a Black Widow bow.
Yeah,
So just have little stuff like, the heaviest gets a whatever. And so yeah, I'm gonna work through that and that would be fun. And I was talking to
yeah. I'll give a quiver to the heaviest bear.
there you go. There you go. And I talked to Dave Schneider from Whiskey City. Spent quite a bit of time with Dave at Compton, and he's going back to squaw paying this fall. And he told me a great story from being there last fall. He missed the bear. I forget I think the top limb of his bow hit the something in the blind and sent the arrow all boogered up. But he said after that, these bears started fighting, and it was getting about dark. And he said it was the craziest thing. They were right out in front of him fighting. He could hear them, and they actually backed one of them backed another one right up to his ground blind,
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
right in. I think it physically hit his ground blind, and he was like, "Oh man!" So it was. it was quite a story. And if you know Dave, he's a great storyteller.
I met him at Kalamazoo, and I
Did you?
he did the walking around doing the interviews with
Yeah.
everybody. Uh, a blast.
Oh, can you imagine spending a week with him at Bear
No,
Camp?
I couldn't. I don't know if I'd want to go with him because, like I said, my cheeks and would be hurting so damn hard from laughing and giggling all weekend.
Oh, it would be so good. So good. Um, but yeah, he does a lot of good things. Whiskey City Trad, and I'm gonna try to go to his classic this fall.
Yeah, when is that in the fall?
It's like I think if I believe Labor Day is like on the whatever second or third of September. I think his is that following weekend.
Oh, it's elk season.
Uh, I think it's either like the fourth, fifth, and sixth, or yeah, either the first or second weekend of September.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go down there, and I mean it's yeah, he just does so many good things for it. I don't know. I'm gonna get a hotel down there, and I think the wife and I are gonna go down and just meet some more great people and maybe shoot a little bit. And I don't know. I don't know about you, but when I go to these things, I just as much like hanging out with guys. And I don't even necessarily, I mean, I like to shoot. I'm not, well, not after this past weekend, but I just like hanging out with the guys and,
yeah,
talking bows and everything else. And so, yeah, we'll have to get you up to Ontario and
yeah.
chase some
It's
bears.
that's
And
definitely on the short list of things to
yeah.
do.
Now, have you ever taken one in Pennsylvania?
No,
Okay.
nope. Like I said, you gotta have a big group of
Yeah.
guys to put some effective drives on, and you're driving, you know, these drives are a mile long across the hillside.
Okay.
You need to, I think you can have 20 guys in a roster. It's still the old style. You have to have a roster for the hunts and stuff like that.
Ah,
Yeah, that's kind of like that's the annoying and neat thing about Pennsylvania is they do stick to some of their traditions that are, like that.
yeah.
Um, it's a double edged sword. You don't want to get rid of all that kind of stuff, but it is kind of cumbersome sometimes. Um, but hey, I think might be getting rid of our ban on Sunday hunting here.
I think I heard that on one of the podcasts. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's on the governor's desk
Oh,
as of today. I think they
okay.
cleared the House and in Senate.
Oh, well, that's encouraging, right?
Step in the right direction. We've been having a couple Sundays, the last 3 Sundays in November. So you get um it's usually the last Sunday of archery for deer, the Sunday rifle for bear, and then the first Sunday during deer rifle season.
Okay.
Like concurrently
Yeah.
is how it usually plays out.
Huh.
So we've had that for a couple years now, and it's like I always said to everybody, it's their trial run to see how it goes.
Yeah.
I think it's elapsed that, and I think it's every year the game commission is complaining about loss of hunter numbers and everything, and like hey, it's what do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do to get younger people involved and interested? And it's not you have loss of places to hunt and everything's posted. I always joke like the Pennsylvania state flag is a posted sign. You know, it's everything's posted up. Um, and then you're also competing with like we talked earlier before we started the podcast. I think like youth sports. My boys are all in
Yeah.
baseball, and that never ends.
Yeah.
We're in travel ball, which starts as soon as the weather breaks. But then there's off season practices and stuff like that. And there's fall ball and all that nonsense. So
Yeah.
there's more to life for younger kids now than there was when I was a kid.
Yeah. Right.
Seems so
Yeah.
there's a lot of competition for that time, and having that extra day on Sunday would alleviate things as the eyes of a coming from the eyes of a father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I'm curious how many states even have that anymore.
Uh, there's a couple left. Um, I don't know if any other state has an outright nothing on Sundays. Some states, I think West Virginia or Maryland, have no Sunday hunting on public land or private land. Like there's
Oh,
they get that in the weeds on that. I'm not too versed in that because I don't hunt those states, but I knew there's a couple out this way that are still into the blue laws. Is what we call
yeah.
them.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna head to New York for the first time this fall. I've um, never been in the state actually. So yeah,
Yeah,
gotta.
Upstate New York is beautiful. I lived in Saratoga Springs for a short while when I was in the Navy
Hmm,
training, and then just visiting up north, like the Finger Lakes area.
yeah.
Just everything up there is just beautiful.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're gonna be south and maybe a little east of Buffalo,
Okay.
so western New York.
Yeah.
Um, a listener that I've kind of become friends with, well, as you do, right, with these mediums of social media and podcast. So he's got a cabin right near some huge tract of public land that he's been hunting forever. And
Yeah.
so I'm looking forward to just spending whatever, 3, 4, 5 days out there and just to be in a new place will be fun, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I love going out west. Um, and I don't get too upset about not getting tags in the same areas because I get to explore more.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. There's one spot in Idaho I would love to go back. We spent 2 good years there,
Uh,
and we were at Kalamazoo. I was my booth was right next to Selways, and we were talking back and forth, and we are talking about elk hunting. And turns out we hunt we've hunted the exact same drainage. So I'm not going to tell anybody where it's
yeah,
at.
no, 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 no. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's like, we're bullshitting. I pull my phone up and I'm showing them pins on my phone. I'm like, right here. Yeah. It's like, you might want to go down, another mile or two and check out this hot spot next year. Cause like, yeah, I'll probably never get a tag in that area again. But if they do, then good on them. But yeah,
Oh, that's so funny.
yeah. But if we don't ever get to go back there, it's just more property, more of the
Yeah,
country I get to explore,
right.
check out.
Yeah, no, is Schaefer gonna come down by you this fall?
He says he is.
Okay.
Yeah, well, our tags went on sale Monday. What day's today? Tuesday. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think our license went on sale yesterday. And I don't know if he's bought one yet. He said he's going to put the vacation time in and come back down again like
Nice.
he did last year.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's fun. It's nice having someone new in camp.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and poor Schaefer sees like one deer every like 38 sits or something.
Oh, we were there. I think it was an hour and a half into the first morning we were there, and he's texting me. I've seen more deer in the first hour and a half I have all season. And then by the time he was done, at the end of the hunt, I've seen more deer this week than like years up there.
Yeah. Ah, that's that's tough. I got spoiled hunting private land for a bunch of years and it was like literally it was like hunting a zoo and in the last couple of years I've been on a different spot and the last 4 or 5 sits of last year I didn't see a deer and I'm like, boy, I tip my hat to those guys that can continue doing that because that's dedication,
Right?
you
Yeah,
know.
it is.
But
Yeah, I was warning him because like the property we hunt there by my cabin, they recently logged it, not clear cut, but it was a select cut. So the woods are pretty open. I'm
okay.
like, you're gonna be able to climb up this tree and see
Yeah.
100, 125 yards, maybe
Uh,
even 150 in certain areas. So like
yeah.
you're gonna see deer, but whether or not they're underneath your feet or 100 yards out is a different story.
Yeah.
And like they're big woods, like they're big, large tracts of land. We're talking, you know, it's the side of a mountain, a real long mountain chain, and like the family property we're allowed to hunt on, it's 300 and some odd acres. Then the next parcel next to it is another 300. The next parcel is 600, and it's mostly all wood.
Wow.
So it's big woods,
Yeah.
and like the deer are going from this ridge to that ridge. Like it's the deer have the same pattern. Um, it's just a matter of they're going to walk from that ridge to the next ridge over on this trail or the trail that's 75 yards away. Like now the spot I hunt here at home, it's pretty tight quarters. It's congested by highways on two corners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's if the deer are coming through, they're going to be on the trail you're sitting on. And
Yeah.
it's an all or nothing type of
Okay.
place. Where
Yeah.
my cabin, it's like they're deer in the area. It's just a matter if
Yeah.
they're going to pass, just
Ah,
where they're going to pass. So it's fun seeing the differences in those two properties too. Uh,
yeah.
it's like two different types of hunting. Whitetail. You know,
Yeah.
within the same season, within the same state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the coyote numbers like by you?
Uh, they're well here at home. Um, usually have catch one or two on the trail camera. It's pretty suburban area, so the population is pretty low.
Okay.
Usually catch one or two on the camera, and then my cabin, the bigger woods, it's like the pack kind of like comes and goes. Like
Okay.
you'll see them, you know, they kind of the population kind of grows and dwindles.
Yeah.
You just hear them, at night you'll hear them howling and stuff, and some years it sounds like more than others, and
Yeah.
you might see one or two from the stand every once in a while, or I mean every year you catch them on a camera, that's for sure. Actually got one on the camera just a couple weeks ago, a week ago. But
Yeah. They're
a
part of
funny
the
story about
yeah.
coyotes up there. So like where my cabin's at, it's a pretty historical area of Pennsylvania. Um, Part of the Underground Railroad is actually that's it's right there. Um, and so the area was settled, um, by African Americans back, and it was primarily black up until early 1900s. And so
Okay.
there's an old cemetery in the woods.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's it's pretty long overgrown. It was part of the original families that settled the area, all black
Wow.
families. Um, and like we're talking overgrown, there are trees that are oak trees that are now 20 inches across, like in the middle of the cemetery.
Oh man.
And so we're hunting this. I'm a teenager. I'm probably like 16 or 17 at the time. And my dad and I are hunting not in the cemetery. And like when I say there's no fence or nothing, it's just all of a sudden you're in the woods and there's headstones popping up.
Oh, okay.
And we are not in the cemetery, but we're like you can see it off in the distance.
Yeah.
And late October, and a weird storm situation was happening, and like a fog kind of settled in. Like that's kind of weird. And it wasn't like
Yeah.
20 minutes later, coyotes started howling in the background. And like it's late October. It got this weird thermal shift
Yeah.
happened. The fog settled in. Coyotes. My dad and I looked at each other like, "What? The world is telling us to leave.
Let's get out of here.
It's time to go." Yeah,
Oh man, that's kind of spooky, right?
it was very spooky. It was, it's they're never in danger or nothing like that. But it's
Yeah.
just funny how just your mind
Wow.
plays tricks on you like that. Like it's time to whatever's going to happen next is not worth any kind of deer that's going to walk past this tree stand right now.
Oh man, that's
You ever have any kind of odd encounters in the woods like that?
oh boy. No, not that I can no, I don't think I've had anything weird or odd or no, nothing really comes to mind. Yeah, no, it was pretty boring, I guess.
Yeah.
I I well, this isn't spooky or weird, but my first time on a bear hunt. first animal that came in was a sow with two cubs. And of course, right away I'm thinking, oh yeah, these cubs are going to come up my tree, they're going to sit in my lap, and the mom's going to come up here and rip my leg off. You start thinking all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
It was fun watching them. And but no, I've never had anything weird or well, I haven't, but my buddy was hunting some private land not far from here. He got a picture on his trail camera, like at 1, 2 in the morning, and I've seen the pictures of a guy. He's got this really weird hat on, and he's got like this outfit where almost looked like it was a skirt down to almost to the ground.
Like a big long duster.
Yeah, at like 1, 2 in the morning. So he's showing me this. I'm like, that's really weird. And he quit hunting there for whatever reason. I don't remember. Well, then a guy from my church, I'm not kidding you. He comes up to me. He's hunting. Well, after talking to him, I realized he was like within, I don't know, a few hundred yards of where my buddy was. He goes, "Hey, got to check out this picture." And he had the pictures of this same, like he's dressed like it's the early 1900s or something. And again, it was like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck is the guy doing in the woods at that time of the day? And
That's a guy that knows where your cameras are
right?
and put a and teasing you.
It's just weird though. And
Yeah.
um yeah, but yeah, trail cameras can catch some pretty cool images from people trespassing to different animals and yeah, but so well, hey, what time is it? 7. Yeah, we should probably wrap up. You probably need to eat supper or take a shower or all that or all the above.
All the above.
So, hey, how can people reach out to you, Ryan?
Yeah. So the website is laurelmountainoutfitters.com. I have like contact information on there as well. And then my Instagram is, I think it's Laurel Mountain Outfitters with underscore in between each word, I think.
Hmm.
If you look up Laurel Mountain Outfitters on Instagram or
Yeah,
Facebook, they're going to find me. And then
yeah.
just Ryan at laurelmountainoutfitters.com is my email. So keep it
Okay.
simple.
All right. Well, no, it was good to talk to you, and we'll have to meet. I'll have to make sure I meet you at Kalamazoo.
Yeah. Are you coming to Guitar this year?
No, it's funny you bring that up. I had Tom Klum on, I don't know, a month ago. Boy, what a blast that was talking to him. And
Yeah.
I said, man, I'd love for you to spend 10 minutes with me to point out everything I'm doing wrong and try to correct it. And he said, hey, you going to Etar? So of course, after I get done recording, I'm like, all right, I got to see how far Etar is. I get my phone out, and it's like, I think it's like 9.5 hours. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I already got a bear trip planned and a trip to
Uh,
New York, and
if you can squeeze it in, it's worth it. I can tell you
I
that.
know I need to do that. Uh, yeah, I just need to do that because I hear how awesome it is, and
Yeah. It's
you
fun.
know,
That's funny because you mentioned Tom Clement and like having to help you out. I was in Denver on a work trip and I had some time to kill. I'm like, oh, I'll drive out to West
yeah,
Denver where they're at, the RMS specialty gear. I just want to see the bows on the rack and stuff like that. And he comes walking up and says, hey, what are you shooting? I'm telling my old bear, like, this is when I'm early on. He goes, here,
okay,
let's shoot one. And we went back to the range and he spent, 15 minutes with me on the range and my pointers, trying to give me some pointers. And like I was at that point, like I know I needed help, but like
yeah,
I wanted a little more I wanted a little more knowledge to on my end before I seeked help.
oh, okay,
And plus, like I flew out there on a business trip, so I didn't have my bow, I didn't have my tab, I didn't have nothing.
oh,
I was
yeah,
using all borrowed stuff off the rack, and like it's like, damn it. Next time I'm in Denver on a work
yeah,
trip, I'm going to book an hour on your range
yeah,
and try to heal all these demons I have.
right,
But yeah, he's a you meet those people that are good teachers, they're good orators, good teachers, and yeah.
Yeah,
He's definitely one of them.
I was thoroughly impressed with him. And even after we got off the podcast, he was so, he calls me up on the phone and
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, how did everything go?" I said, "Man, everything went great. We talked for another 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
We were just chewing the fat." And no, it was just good. And I think every archer, and I think that'll be in the podcast, if you can get some kind of instruction at the beginning, I think you can really save yourself some headaches because
Yeah.
uh, even shooting at Compton, Mike Roberts, the first few shots I took, he's like, "Dude, you're not even getting close to your anchor." I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, "What?" Like, yes, you
Yeah.
want to say, "Yes, I am," and I thought yeah, but yeah, that's what helps when somebody can watch you and
Right. And that's why I like shooting with friends because like they'll tell you how it is too.
right,
They won't sugarcoat it.
right.
Yeah.
But no, this was good, Ryan. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you everything you do for sending me arrows or and knocks, and I'm definitely at some point gonna grow and try to get into carbons and
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. I
rotors.
appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it was good. And look up Laurel Mountain Outfitters. You got everything from arrows to fletching jigs to broadheads to just about everything archery related, and continued success with that. And hopefully you continue to do well with that. And yeah, hopefully we'll see each other at Kalamazoo. If not, we'll get you in bear camp one of these days, and
Yeah.
that'd be awesome to share a bear camp with you. And yeah, it would be fun. So
That'd be great. That'd be a good old time. I'm definitely going back to Kalamazoo and I'm gonna try to squeeze in
okay,
whatever vendor shows I can between baseball tournaments with the boys.
yeah, good man. All right, have a good evening, and thanks for coming on, Ryan.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, see you later.
Bye.